The ingredients of the shoot, number one, is gonna be the hazer, which I'm gonna link right down below. I love this guy. It comes with a remote, comes with many accessories. You can see some of the haze flying around, but you also see it on set. It's amazing. Let me be an influencer for you. The hazer was a huge component. That's the first part of it. The second part of it was this light. It's a continuous light. It's from Newer, and I'll link this right down below also. I have a few of these. This is a CB200 light, and the reason why I used a light that was continuous is because it cuts right in through the haze a lot easier. Whereas like if a lot of times if you use a strobe, it just goes pop, like it's a lot of power. This has substantially less power than any type of a strobe, but a strobe, I think a lot of times, unless you're very careful, it takes a lot of time, it shoots at a big space, and then you would actually photograph the haze in the space too, and you don't get the beauty of the light cutting through, the rays of light, like you can see maybe some behind me. The hazer also, I wanted to adds a lot of texture. So sometimes you'll see some haze in the foreground. If you're looking very carefully, you'll see some haze besides me and some haze behind me. When you are shooting in a place that's very neutral palette colored, or like a white wall would be very difficult, but something that's beige and in the middle or gray, etc., you can see the haze at different levels. That brings out the textures, that brings out the depth in a very flat space. The other part of the component, I already talked about it, I guess, was the studio. It was desert colored, it was terracotta colored, and I liked that. And I liked that it wasn't like a clinical white sterile studio, which those are also wonderful. But in this case, I wanted something that wasn't gonna be photoshopped out. It was going to be something that is part of the set. And I wanted to be neutral enough so it doesn't steal from Armand, but I also wanted to be enough that you could see it and you're like, oh, I see he's in a special kind of place. Now, the fourth one, I already touched on it, is Photoshop. I used post-production in Photoshop, so the haze became the base of a lot of the things that I used. The light became the base of a lot of the photographs. So those two things, and the fifth ingredient, talent, Armand, and I'm gonna talk about why him in a second. But I wanted to tell you that the haze was where we built up from. I would create haze, I would do like crazy little puffs of haze, etc., quickly capture it, and then if I needed to add to it in post-production, then I took advantage of that. And the same thing with the light. Those two things would be enough to have a really cool photo shoot. Now the fifth part of the ingredient would be the actual talent. The reason why I picked Armand is because I had photographed him before. The main component is that he's actually a really nice guy. And there's something in this town, or in this industry rather, is that if you're a kind person, you're just going to get more things for free from the creative artist, and we are happy to give it to you. So always reward the people in your life that are kind and that are appreciative of what you do. So those are the 5 ingredients that put this shoot together. And actually, well, number 6 would be me as a creative artist in this. Now, before we go into the actual shoot, and you might have seen some, of course, in B-roll already, I want to show you the mood board. And it's really important for photographers, for filmmakers, videographers, to show your inspiration. A lot of times I see people hiding it and they pretend that that was their original thought. As long as you are inspired and you're not copying, then that's okay, because chances are that the photographer photographs that inspired you also was inspiring to them from someone else, from an original source that you don't even know about. You get to see me building out a small little board, and a single one-page board, by the way, is something that I'll send to the model anyways, because what happens is in a photo shoot, when you say, I want you to be whimsical, I want you to be imaginative, magical, when I say that, I would bet money that what you thought about was different than what I thought about. And when we leave things open-ended, what happens is that we go in 2 different directions. If you have any type of clients that you see them going in one direction, you want to make sure that you put them right back into the path. And how do you do that? You create a mood board. So when I say it's going to be magical, he knows what type of box I'm playing in. The magical to me means silhouettes. The magical to me means haze and like poof, here's some magic. Rays of light coming in. To me, a ball of light is angelic, and I wanted to incorporate some of that in there. So that's why we also used the light figures that you see all around them. I think there's something really cool about being like this boy wonder and, you know, being playful and stuff, or girl wonder, and knowing that you are protected and that there's this entity around you that is protecting you. And maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't, but nobody else can see it. And to me, that's really important to keep that imagination alive. Now, as far as doing the shoot, Armand had told me in our previous photo shoot that modeling really isn't his number one thing. He happens to be a good looking guy, so if he can make some extra money from modeling, then why not, right? But it's really about acting and becoming a character, so that inspired me a lot for the shoot too. And then obviously as a musician, you're putting yourself out there, and it's really his own music, so it's coming deep from his soul. I took that, I was really inspired by that, and I also took what I'm going through in my life and just making sure that I'm doing more artistic things to inspire this photo shoot. Now, the reason why I picked this studio, because originally I thought it was gonna be hard rays of light. Like I was gonna have him sit on this couch and just like pose and be a little more model-esque and have those rays of light coming in on his body, etc. And I was really gonna haze it up so you saw those rays of light. Another reason why I picked Armand is because I like a challenge and I wanted to age him up too. On top of him being a nice guy, on top of like me being inspired by the fact that he's doing so many things and he's working really hard. And I was also inspired by the fact that he looked so young that I wanted to age him up a little bit. And that is always a challenge when somebody has still a baby face. You're like, how do I make them look older? Because for me, the challenge is, okay, well then how do you make him more marketable for his modeling agency? And that's where my mind was a lot of the times. And then I picked the studio because I thought, hey, it's neutral enough, this is really cool. But the studio has light coming from one direction and then light coming from another direction. That to me is my perfect studio setup. And then on top of that, they had sheer curtains, so it wasn't bare windows like this. And when you have those sheer curtains, you get the hard light, but it's softened just a touch. And then you get the beautiful cascade of the curtains. And originally I was going to have him, we're gonna haze up the room, and then I was gonna have him just sit there and like pose and like have that ray of light coming in through here and through here. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna make him look like a slightly older model. But then the creative gods had a whole different idea, and they're like, oh, is that what you want, Walid? You want the sun? You want those rays of light? How about I give you a rare atmospheric river, which is, I believe, a newer term that they call these massive storms that we have. So it's not very often, but when it happens and it's a lot of rain. And on that day, we got one of those rare atmospheric river days. The studio was old, the building is old, there were some leaks, it was hard to find parking, everything, but that's all part of the adventure. But when I got in there, I was like, oh no, it's like, it's so dreary in here. So instead of trying to fight it, instead of trying to make fake sunlight through additional lights like this, I thought, you know what, why don't we just lean into it? And that's something that I would encourage other artists to lean into what is there. Make it seem like now this is exactly what you wanted. Make it seem like you got the studio because you're able to see the dreary clouds, the grayness from different directions. Now I got it, but I'm gonna pretend that's why I got it. When we got there, I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? Because that kills the whole like cool guy vibe that's like chilling there and like the rays of light pulling through. And I've really been inspired a lot by like these magical, different fantasy, mainly because of another project also that I'm working on. It's just kind of cool to stretch it out. It's like, why don't we make images that his agency will hate? That's kind of a challenge. Why don't we make images that I may or may not use on my portfolio, but it's gonna be a challenge for me because I haven't done things like this. So the night before I was like, oh my God, it's gonna rain a lot. This kind of kills the whole vibe. So that's when I decided to change the concept of this and go a bit more magical, a bit more fantasy. And it's kind of cool because it allows him to be a character, to like pretend to have things floating here that aren't really there. That I just say, hey, I'm gonna give a little puff of haze right here, pretend there is something there. That to me is acting. And that to me is a challenge for me as a visual artist. By the way, visual artists, if you want support, you want like tutorials, you want business tips, you want marketing tips, and you want it for free, and you want it in a place that is safe, and you want it in a place that is respectful to you, to your art, to your process, VBA, Visual Business Academy. It's free. You can see it a little bit here. There's a card that'll pop up. I just want you to see what we do there for people. It is absolutely free, not for 5 days or 10 days. It is free, period. It's where I want to elevate the community. And sometimes the comment sections on the internet are the trenches, and I want to make sure that we provide a safe space. So I don't want to spend too much time on that. I would love to have you inside of VBA, and that's linked down below. I hope you enjoy it. I hope that it inspires you to go out there and just shoot and practice. And you know, this is not my normal type of photography. This is not the normal type of stuff that Armand has also shot too. But that's the beauty of it. Like, let's go into an uncomfortable place. And when you go into an uncomfortable place, you could take your clients carefully into an uncomfortable space, and that allows them to grow. When you help somebody grow, what will happen is they will always circle back and come and find you. Most humans will. I hope you enjoyed the pictures of Armand, the ones that we created together, I'm gonna say, with all the ingredients. It's quite simple. We used a light, we used a studio setting, and we used a hazer. That pretty much is the main ingredients, and I'm gonna link everything right down below. I hope this helped you, I hope this inspired you, and let me know in the comments if you wanna go out there and you wanna shoot something that's outside of your usual space. This is how you grow as an artist, and every single day AI is out there putting the work in with millions of people doing prompts on a keyboard, and AI is getting better and better and better. For us to be able to compete against AI and to build NI, natural intelligence, you have to go out there and you have to keep shooting, you have to keep polishing your skills. AI will always be a step behind you. The reason why is AI right now copies the style of, inspired by, copy this. If you could pick prompts for this image, what would the prompts be? And then you go and you follow it and you duplicate it. It's kind of like when Madonna called Lady Gaga reductive. It's just a lesser version of what the original is.
It feels reductive.
Is that good?
Look it up.
We did. It means simplified or crude.
That was a good answer.
So you're NI, please practice your natural intelligence, go out there and everything. I really, really think that this video here is gonna help you more with your creativity, and VBA is linked down below. My work is walidazami.com. I appreciate you watching.